How do you subtract polynomials? This is going to be slightly different from adding polynomials, but we're going to use some of the same steps and ideas towards the end of the process. To subtract polynomials, you will need to distribute the minus or the negative symbol to all terms in the second polynomial. And here's an example. We have this negative symbol on the outside along with the polynomial on the inside of parentheses. And this is how it'll look to you in an example. You're going to need to distribute the negative to the 2x to the third, to negative 3x, and to positive 7. And there's pretty much like a negative invisible 1. I actually don't like how that came out. Let me erase it. Okay, there we go. So once again, distribute the negative here, here, and here, and you'll have a negative 1 right there. So when you do that, you actually end up switching the symbol of every monomial. The positive 2x becomes the negative 2x to the third. Negative 3x becomes positive 3x. And positive 7 becomes negative 7. We're going to need to use this to help us subtract polynomials. Here's our first example. We are going to subtract 7m to the fourth minus 2m squared by 5m to the fourth minus 5m squared plus 8. So first I need to, they say rewrite subtraction as addition of the opposite, but that really just means to distribute the negative. So we're going to distribute the negative to all three terms in the parentheses, and I'll rewrite my example. I have 7m to the fourth minus 2m squared, and this becomes now minus 5m to the fourth plus 5m squared minus 8. And now that I redistributed that negative, it goes away and I'm able to identify my like terms and combine. So 7m to the fourth will go with negative 5m to the fourth, and negative 2m squared will go with 5m squared, and negative 8 will be alone. And of course, written last since it's the constant. And now we'll go ahead and subtract 7m to the fourth minus 5m to the fourth is 2m to the fourth. Negative 2m plus 5m is going to be plus 3m squared. And then we just have our negative 8, our constant, which is last. And we have subtracted the two polynomials. One last time, I'd like to remind you to pause the video, write down all the information from the slide, and then resume when you're ready to follow along. Remember that you must have the same base and same exponent to combine, and since we're subtracting here, we need to distribute the negative to all three terms. So it goes here to the first one, second one, and to the third. Notice that the second polynomial is a trinomial, so we're actually subtracting a trinomial by a trinomial. Now we have 2x squared minus 3x squared plus 1. Notice I didn't change anything about the first polynomial. It's all about the second one. And now I get negative x squared minus x minus 1. So I've just changed every sign of the polynomial. And now I'll identify like terms and combine. 2x squared is with negative 3x squared and negative x squared. And then we have 1 and negative 1. And then we have just the negative x alone. So now we'll begin combining. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Minus 1 is going to be negative 2x squared. And I also just noticed that we could have combined the 2x squared and the negative x squared, negative 3x squared first. But we were able to do it at the second step too. And now I will combine the red ones. Positive 1 minus 1 is 0. And they go away. I'll go ahead and cross those out so we know those are 0. And then what we have left is just the negative x. And here's our combined polynomials by subtracting them.